Just talking guest.
I'm
talking about great coffee cake. This is my grandma's coffee cake. First of all, Marie Louise Ludwig, how many years for you on QVC now?
I'm going on 25.
25.
Big
I've been
62.
here for all of yours.
I'm one of the 50 over girls of 62.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be staring down 60 come in November.
Woo!
So I understand what that means. This is a remarkable coffee cake. This is an old family recipe, isn't it?
It is. Well, it goes back over 150 years, a true grandmother's recipe. And in all the time that we've been making it, especially here on QVC, we've never compromised on the quality or the ingredients or the size or the taste of that. Look at that. It's always moist and delicious. That sour cream that we use,
and it's
part of the recipe.
Ambient temperature, which is a fancy word for room temperature, or shipped fresh, right?
Yeah, baked fresh, shipped fresh. Baked
and
on
these
demand.
are baked in Boston.
Yep.
And then they are shipped out fresh, and we have 3 flavors. Now, how many servings per cake?
About 15.
About 15
So that's
servings.
a full platter right there. So if you keep one of these in the freezer for in case of emergencies or friends coming over, look at how many people you can serve simply enough with just some berries as a garnish.
One of our favorite coffee cakes. You've won more awards than I can count. This is extraordinary. There are 3 flavors for you to choose from. Now, the #1 bestseller is cinnamon walnut. So if you're after that ribbon of cinnamon and walnuts and that beautiful, yummy, moist cake, then cinnamon walnut is your jam. We also have it for you in vanilla coconut, just in time for summer. Yummy, with toasted coconut on top.
I love it.
Perfect. And then, if you've never had this, you are missing out. Chocolate chip cherry coffee cake.
And look at that. Those are not dried cherries. Those are real fresh cherries, Montmorency cherries. So we don't put the dried one in there, so you get that really nice, fresh, juicy bite.
Cut the cinnamon walnut first.
Okay, I want to show this to everybody. This is what we are so incredibly proud of. You get this home, you put this on your grandma's cake plate, and everybody falls in love with it. This is where it all began, the cinnamon walnut cake. Note on the top, it is fully loaded with those crunchy, fresh California Mariani walnuts and tons of cinnamon sugar. And then when you cut it, let's look at the inside here. You will see our signature streusel all the way through and tons more walnuts. And when you break it open, you take it out of that wrapper. Oh, it is so moist and dense. Look at that. Let's go to Boston.
I have known Marie for a long time. One thing you don't know about Marie, perhaps, is that she is a baker extraordinaire, has won national baking competitions. She is someone that understands and knows her way around a kitchen when it comes to baking.
Yeah, and what I love about this is the people. There are real bakers there. We have people in our bakery that are fully loading these, that are filling these, that are weighing these, that are finishing off all of our cakes with the all-important toppings like the chocolate chips and the cinnamon sugar. We even hand peel all of our apples when we have an apple cake. Small batches, 100 cakes at a time, slow baked, and then we wrap them in a special freezer bag and ship them to you fresh. So we always say, eat it or freeze it. There's nothing artificial in here, no trans fats, no butter. So they freeze beautifully. The secret is that sour cream. And the secret to this one, the vanilla coconut, okay, you're breaking it open on the inside, you can see that beautiful, fresh, snow white coconut.
There it is.
All the way through on the inside. Look at that, inside that moist, delicious cake. But if you go to the top of the cake, as David mentioned earlier, you will see in the baking process that the coconut on the top gets toasted. So coconut 2 ways in this cake.
All right, I have to have a little taste of this.
Just a little taste.
This looks
a little bite.
Whole glass of milk.
You love that.
Cup of coffee.
Some berries on the side. A little bit of ice cream. Cake and ice cream.
I just want a little bit of this cake and a little coffee and a little alone time.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I call it David time.
I hear ya.
Really delightful. Now, let me tell you what's available. Now, one thing we haven't broken apart, and I should go ahead and do that real quickly, is the cherry chocolate chip.
And look at that one. So,
only 2,000 of these to go around. Tell us about cherry chocolate chip.
This one has not been on for a while. You can see the big Montmorency cherries, Michigan cherries in there, Michigan and New York State. So you've got the real cherries, the juicy cherries in there with that premium chocolate. Chocolate and cherry come together. And then in the middle, that signature streusel in there. So you've got like a cherry streusel with chocolate chips as well on the inside. Maybe
I should have a little taste of this, just a little taste.
You've worked hard. It's been a long 4 hours.
Oh my.
Isn't that good?
And the chocolate chips are so lovely.
Yeah, I love that.
And the cherries are so bright. And the cake is so moist.
It is. And it says sour cream. No compromising on any of the ingredients. When you start with a real grandmother's recipe, and back in the day, she started with pure Madagascar bourbon vanilla, still using that, still using those California Mariani walnuts, still using farm fresh eggs, and that pure cultured sour cream that gives
My
it
fingers
its
are
moistness.
wet.
I know, here.
No, well, before I
Here,
dry them off, I
know.
just want to point out that the tips of my fingers are all wet because the cake is moist.
Yeah.
This cake is delightful. That's cake on my hands.
We should show in the box. So the way it
Oh, yeah.
arrives,
Let me wipe it down.
especially if you want to do a build to, ship to, let's just say you're going to send it to a mom or a grandmom or a favorite aunt, or you're going to somebody's house in the summertime. It comes in this great box. So you see my grandma on there, but then you open it up on the inside, and what's missing, what I pulled out, there's a piece of cardboard they also have on the top.
It's a sleeve or a
yeah,
cover.
it further protects the integrity. A care card in here, which says, you know, you need to eat this within 14 days or pop it into the freezer. This freezer bag is great. You don't have to put it in the freezer in the box. A lot of our QVC family has told us over the years, David, that they like to maybe take a couple slices out.
Sure.
And then just sort of retie that bag back up and pop it in, or slice the cake up ahead of time, and then when you need it, take it out and the slices are all ready for
Well,
you.
over 1,200 cakes are gone now. And if you want cherry chocolate chip, I have 1,800 left. If you want cinnamon walnut, most popular, 2,600, and vanilla coconut, fewer than 2,000. These are going very quickly, and you should know, if you want to, dip these in egg and put them in a skillet with some melted butter.
Yeah, right down here in
They
front.
make great French toast slices.
Unbelievable French toast. So sometimes you have maybe a quarter of a cake left, and you're like, what am I going to do with that? Well, as David said, dip it in a little egg batter, grill it off with a little bit of syrup on there, and just top it off with maybe a little dollop of whipped cream and just some fresh berries. What we are missing on the table, and what I love to do, is a trifle. You got a nice trifle bowl or just a glass bowl, and you cube things up and you sort of do layers of maybe pudding and whipped cream and berries. And if you want to get fancy
How about
schmancy,
some chocolate
some
sauce?
sprinkles or a little bit of chocolate in there, and it kind of makes a nice little pudding or in the dish.
Ooh, look at that.
Makes a great bread pudding.
Chocolate cherry French toast
I
with
love it.
fresh chocolate sauce.
I love it.
Maple syrup and maybe some powdered sugar. Make it snow.
Yeah, love
I
that
mean, come
too.
on now. This is fantastic. Don't miss out on your opportunity. My Grandma's Coffee Cake is not to be missed. One of our most favorite desserts at QVC. This one is going to serve up to 15 people per cake. You should know that this is very, very special. And Maria Louise Ludwig is the kind of person, because she's got such an a big family and an extended family. People drop by, always eating.
Always eating.
Always enjoying her company, and she and her husband and her beautiful children and their big farmhouse that they enjoy.
Yeah, everybody's seen that.
This is remarkable. Don't miss out on this opportunity. And I understand you're headed to the beach.
I am. I'm going to go get some seashells.
You're gonna go see seashells
Seashelling
by the
seashells by the
seashore.
seashore.
Yeah, that one. It's good to see you,
Good to
friend.
see you, my friend.
1,700 of these are gone,
Thanks,
and
everybody.
safe travels to you,
All
my
right.
friend.
Mwah.
All right.
Love.
Now, if you want cherry chocolate chip, 1,600 remain. The cinnamon walnut, 2,400, and then finally the coconut, vanilla coconut, 1,900. We have 500 people waiting to place orders, and 30,000 people, Rachel Ellis, on
Wow.
QVC.com.
Good show.
It's our spring Friends and Family event.
It is.
Everything's on 5Pay, but this Wednesday is May 2nd.
Okay.
I will be with you at 7 p.m. with Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
Ooh, I'll be
Because
watching.
today's special value might be from Corky's on Wednesday. I can't be sure.
We don't know. We don't know
But-
for sure. We cannot confirm or deny.
If you are looking at a Magic 8 Ball, all directions point to yes. Yes, and in the kitchen with David is our PM edition. It's an all food edition at 8
Okay,
p.m.
great.
Now, Chelsea, unfortunately, will not be with me on Wednesday night. She's going to be working over on Q2.
Okay, got it.
But we are also want to welcome 636
I know,
brand
isn't that
new
amazing?
customers.
636 new
Not
customers. Welcome.
customers that made the first kitchen purchase. First QVC purchase ever.
Welcome.
Good to see you,
Thank
friend.
you. Good to see you
Always
too.
a pleasure to
See
have you
soon.
here. Now, Rachel Bozing is up next with our today's special value, and she'll be joined with Kinsey Swihart. Kinsey is the director of All Things Delicious at Ninja.
Amazing.
All right, we'll be back in just moments. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Bye-bye.